In the midst of all the excitement around the most recent cryptocurrency news, a vital fact has been lost in the shuffle, causing trillions of Shiba Inu tokens to fluctuate in value. It would appear that whales are making an effort to hide their actions behind the scenes, but you know what? A new owner has just found it. Grant me a moment to elaborate. Truly, this is a momentous day. The spot Bitcoin ETF was approved by Hong Kong not long ago, according to those who applied for it. The US government had already authorized Bitcoin ETFs 3 months before this happened. If Bitcoin ETFs were already approved 3 months ago, you might be asking how they might be approved again. Allow me to explain. Exchange-traded funds, many nations' stock markets and regulatory systems enable them to authorize Bitcoin exchange-traded funds ETFs in their own unique ways. You can enjoy chocolate ice cream in Hong Kong, for instance, even if vanilla ice cream is accessible in the US. Think about it in this way. Assume for a moment that your hometown is the only place where you can acquire your beloved food. You find a comparable snack in another city that uses different ingredients but tastes just as good. This is the way that Bitcoin ETFs function in various countries. Another important point to keep in mind is that the first Bitcoin ETF was approved by the US government, which opened up new chances for cryptocurrency aficionados. Previously, regular people had to buy and keep Bitcoin themselves. Today, they may invest in Bitcoin through their brokerage accounts. In the 3 months following the US government's approval of the Bitcoin ETF, the cryptocurrency's price skyrocketed to more than $770,000 per coin, a level never seen before. Its price changes are highly correlated with Bitcoin's, therefore we shouldn't ignore it either. Shiba Inu's price fell after Bitcoin's steady rise for months following ETF approval, but then it turned around and surged more over 300% in March, all in less than a week. This matters because it shows that governments throughout the world are beginning to see Bitcoin's potential and are easing regulations so that their citizens can invest in it. Imagine a famous song that suddenly starts to play on radios all around the globe. It's becoming even more popular and accessible as it expands outside a single country to audiences around the world. This news has already had an effect on Shiba Inu. Significant uptick in whale sightings. The on-chain pyrotechnics were set off by major owners of the meme-inspired cryptocurrency Shiba Inu, who drastically increased their holdings. The block statistics show that these strong hitters have acquired 2.85 trillion tokens in a single day, which is absolutely astounding. The significant increase stands out when compared to the previous day's holdings, as shown by the major holders inflow indicator, which indicates a 208% surge, getting an astounding 1.37 trillion tokens. A staggering $70 million is pouring into the 4 pockets of these cryptocurrency whales as a result of this influx. In case you forgot, Shiba Inu are quite sensitive to Bitcoin news. Accordingly, these whales might be keeping an eye out for possible benefits and would hate to lose out. Because of this sensitivity, Shiba usually follows Bitcoin's movements, sometimes with even more pronounced swings. Because of this sensitivity, astute investors can diversify their holdings by monitoring Bitcoin's price swings and understanding how they impact Shiba Inu. Investors can make money while minimizing risk. Imagine it in this manner. For example, suppose you know about and are planning a road trip. If you plan ahead and take routes that are less crowded, you can get where you're going more quickly and easily. Similarly, knowing how Bitcoin affects Shiba Inu might help you invest more wisely in the cryptocurrency market and help you get the most out of your money. At this point, you may be asking how the Bitcoin ETF in Hong Kong would affect the cryptocurrency market generally. Matrix, located in Singapore, thinks that's a valid question. Matrixport, a cryptocurrency service provider based in Singapore, expects new investors to pour billions of dollars into spot Bitcoin ETFs traded in Hong Kong through the Stock Connect program, which allows eligible mainland Chinese investors to access shares listed in Hong Kong. According to their calculations, this might lead to these Bitcoin ETFs in Hong Kong having capacity of up to $25 billion, based on the data from the past 3 years. This estimate assumes that spot ETFs will receive the average and used yearly southbound Connect quota. When we go back over the massive accumulation of Shiba Inu that happened in the last day, things start to become interesting. At first look, this is only a fragment of the larger story. The optimistic signals seem to be an indication that people are starting to believe in the meme-inspired cryptocurrency again, but as the plot thickens, it becomes apparent that these naive Shiba Inu investors are selling off more than 3 trillion tokens at the same time that there is a massive influx of new ones. The disposal of 150 billion Shiba Inu tokens has outweighed their buildup in the last 24 hours, which is an important fact to remember. The complexity of is demonstrated by the tug of war between accumulation and disposal. As we assess the issue, we are prompted to consider the reasons by the emotion of Shiba Inu investors. Because of these changes, why are some investors gaining money? Some may be selling their assets because they are worried about the short-term performance of the market, while others may have a more strategic approach. The importance of understanding cryptocurrency market dynamics and investor behavior is underscored by these inquiries. More than 3,000% growth in the large holders outflow meter over this time period exemplifies the pattern and shows that outflows are outpacing inflows. Consequently, there may be future volatility for the popular, as the large holders net flow indicator entered negative territory. Virtual money. The Shiba Inu community is currently wondering if the bullish whale's sudden surge in activity is expected or if the market dynamics could shift toward outflows. This is despite the fact that on-chain data shows that Shiba Inus usually do not stay in the negative zone for very long. This is quite strange, but interesting. Stay tuned for updates on this matter as it presents a fascinating paradox. Analysts and investors will be keeping a careful eye on this intriguing dynamic caused by the mix of optimistic accumulation and negative outflows. It shows how complicated the Bitcoin market is and how important it is to evaluate on-chain data carefully. There is a lot of hope and faith in the future of Shiba Inus reflected in the rise of accumulation by bullish whales. I am concerned about the possibility of market instability due to the large holders net flow indicator dipping into negative territory and the ensuing significant withdrawals. The current uptick in Shiba Inu adoptions and the subsequent situation may be explained by this factor. Although the withdrawals followed the same pattern as when the Bitcoin ETF was initially permitted in the US, the end outcome was very positive, with Bitcoin reaching new all-time highs of over $70,000. The current concern is whether, particularly with the involvement of investors from Hong Kong, the cryptocurrency market will see a comparable temporary decline before resuming its upward trajectory. In the wake of it, however, things took a sharp turn for the worse as the market briefly saw prices fall before reversing course and beginning a meteoric rise. This thought-provoking inquiry highlights the unpredictability and instability that characterize the Bitcoin industry. While tendencies in the past might provide clues about what the future holds for the market, in accordance with what the Matrix Port study projected, begin investing billions of dollars into the industry. Even for professionals and investors, trying to predict market volatility is a daunting task. Factoring in the possible outflows of bullish accumulation and the larger influence of global events, such as the purported licensing of Bitcoin ETFs in Hong Kong, further complicates the equation. Having said that, how do you feel about that? Leave a comment if you agree or disagree. Market dynamics and on-chain data will be actively monitored for market direction indicators. Your feedback is much appreciated. Click on a video that pops up on the screen if you want to know more. We have reached the end of this video. Please like and comment on the video if you enjoyed it. Your actions will help me out with YouTube's algorithm. Sharing this article with as many people as possible is another great way to help get the word out.